So we're gonna try our hand at doing some paddleboarding today. We're out here at Lake Lavon in, where am I? Just North Texas. And for this trip, we're taking out the Shimano 150 HG. I'll let you guys know how I like it, but so far it seems pretty good.
You're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible.
All right, gang, so I think it's time for the morning activities, and I can't really do a whole lot out here, so I think maybe let's just see if we can get some push-ups on this and see how just stable this thing can be. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Just because I got a beard doesn't mean I'm too old to do my push-ups. Feels pretty stable so far. Now, I'm sure you guys don't want to see me do my morning 40, but let's just get a few in here. All right, that feels about good. And then now, we get the fishing pole. We're gonna try some different meats today. Hot dogs and candy. Let's see if we can catch something. Before we get to those, we're gonna start off with the nice topwater lure. I don't want to spend too much time with it though, because I am on an inflatable paddleboard and these have a lot of hooks in them. I did get the line twisted up under the board a little bit because of the fins, but I just spun around there and got it fixed. I'm a bit tired of being so close to the shoreline, so let's paddle on out and see if we can catch ourselves a whale. So being out here this far in the water, guys, always make sure you've got your life preservers, which I've got, and I've got my Gatorade because it's like 105 degrees out here. So this lake is pretty big, as you can see, and this thing has about 83 miles of shoreline to it, held by the Army Corps of Engineers. Legislation went in place back in the 40s, and it was really ultimately built in the 50s, the early 50s, around 53. And I'm really nowhere where I probably should be, but this Niphean board seems to be doing me justice because it's keeping me right up, and I feel pretty safe as long as some giant boat doesn't come and run me over. But I could always stand up on it if I need to. I'm not too worried about that. This thing's got like 4 fins on the bottom of it, so that's adding to the stability. But let's see if we can catch some fish on this bad boy. Let's go. One of the things you'll want to watch out for using a bait caster is getting these birds' nests. They are notorious for getting them due to backlash. I'll make another video specifically on how and why this happens, but really quick, here's how you recover from it when you do get a bird's nest. Hold your thumb on the spool while you pull the line out, and don't manhandle it. You want to do it pretty softly. Once you get to the snag, you actually pull at the line that's in the spool. Once you feel like you've got it significantly, go ahead and start pulling from the other side of the line feeder again. And then just start reeling normally. And hopefully you catch that gigantic bass like I did. Not. So checking out the braking system on the Shimano, I noticed, man,
Some of these are just a little too loose, which is going to end up with more bird's nests. So as long as you spin these things out towards the outer side, it applies more brakes and allows more control over it. Now, the cast isn't going to go near as far, but it's going to keep those bird nests from happening, and it's a lot better when you're on an inflatable paddleboard.
Now, I know what you guys are gonna say is, why in the world are you that far out on something that small? Well, I just wanted to check to see how well this thing would do. I've also got these oars here, so I shouldn't be in too bad a shape. And although my lung capacity could probably do better, I'm a fairly decent swimmer. Although we do have people like this pulling up behind me, probably wondering if I need help more than anything. So let's see what they're up to. I'm gonna have to tell them the same thing I told the sheriff. Alright, so I haven't had a lot of luck with the Texas rig, so our next thing, we're gonna try some hot dogs. Not only hot dogs, got hot dogs and candy. So let's give these a whirl and see how good we do. And I would say you probably want to be pretty careful when you're out here fishing on a inflatable paddleboard. However, that being said, this thing feels rock solid. Let's just try a little bit of hot dog and see how this thing works out. You know what, I think I might invent something, if it's not already invented, something that's like a little flotation device right here, because there's zero reason that I should have to lose this pole. And I don't think this cork's gonna do the trick. Something took me, hot dog. Can't believe I lost my bait that quick. We're gonna try it again. This time I'm literally gonna drop it straight down, so if something does snag it, because it got snagged by fish and not by falling off the hook. Lost number 2. Man, this thing moves, and I mean moves. I don't know if it's the fins or what, but I feel 100% confident I can get to where I'm trying to go on this thing. This time we're using substantial dog. I think right now I only have it maybe halfway down. I'm just checking to see if I've got any little bites, little nibbles. Now the problem there was I actually got the dog back up to the surface, but then I think I yanked it a little bit too hard coming out and the dog flew right off of it. So we'll try a couple more attempts with some dog. Then we'll switch on over to the candy. I think the dog's just getting ripped off the hook more than anything. So the water's about 85, 86 degrees right now, which is great because it's like 100, maybe 105 outside. So, well, that may seem warm. It sure does cool you off. We'll switch back to the dogs here in a little bit, but right now we're gonna try these. I think these are like Sour Patch Kids gummy bears. Yeah, this is the life. Now these bait casters are prone to get bird's nests, so you get them right up in here. So what you really need to do is get it to where the bait falls at about that and doesn't just go all the way down super quick. So you do that with the tension knob right here. You just want it to go down, you know, somewhere about that slow. And then kind of keep your thumb right here as you cast it. Now I'm dragging the bottom. I left it about, I don't know, 30, 40 yards back that way. And then paddled up a bit closer and I'm not getting a bite. Not a nibble. So now I think I'm going to go closer to shore. And when we hit these trees up here, first thing I'm going to try is the gummy bear, since I've already got it on there. And I'll switch up to a couple dogs maybe. And I might end up with that Texas jig again. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. Oh, my bird friends left. So let's see what happens if we chuck it right in there. Keep forgetting to relax on this thing so I don't end up with this cobweb like I just did. Do I got something or do I have a snag? That was probably just a snag if I was to guess it. I'm just gonna pull right up and drop it right down. Ah, someone stole it. We're going right back to the same place. Gonna get a better hook positioning on it. I'll try a little yellowish white one this time. Bombs away. They're getting my stuff before I can snag them. I felt that one too. Now I'm gonna try going to the movie theaters. And that's really just hot dog and candy. And I'm gonna get a good amount of dog this time. So we'll find out if they like going to the movie theaters just like we do. Bloop. I'm gonna do one big cast out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, piss. Not everything. I did lose the dog, though.
I'll leave a link in the description for this Niphean Glidewing. This paddleboard's been great, and definitely one I can recommend for your next outdoor adventure.
Alright gang, I know it was a big flop for fishing today, but we had a good time, and I know everybody has their opinions on what's the best bait to use, what kind of lures and all that. If you guys have any comments on what I could do better, you let me know so we can let the rest of the community know. It is, however, about 105 degrees outside, so I'm about to get a dunk, and we'll be back in a minute.
And stay tuned for a quick tip on what not to do when paddleboarding. If you like this type of content, make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we have hundreds of videos just like this. If you want to see our newest adventures, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss another video. And now the biggest tip I can tell you. If the instructions say to put in 11 to 13 pounds, make sure you do that. Don't put in 3 to 5 and think you're going to get away with it. Or it'll look something like this.
Yeah, you need to be side to side more. There you go. Honestly, I think you need more air in it. You look like you're having a fucking cheesecake or something.
Hey, I didn't fall off it.
Awesome.
Have a great day, gang, and we'll see you next week.